Hi there. A little while ago I put this image up talking about goal setting and objectives and areas of focus, and I said I'd do a bit of a follow-up. I'm going to do a follow-up just about the goals part, and let me show you why. So you might have some goals in your life, and they could be work related, they could be person related, they could be all sorts of things. Well, James Clear once said that you don't rise to the levels of your goals, you fall to the levels of your systems. What does that mean? Well, let's imagine that we had a goal of climbing a mountain. Now, we're unlikely to decide that we're going to climb a mountain and then achieve it just by looking at the peak, rocking up and doing it. We need some stuff underneath that goal to help us get there. We need some processes and we need some tools to help us. Here are the processes or tools that might be important to help you achieve that goal of climbing a mountain. And we need to develop some habits to increase the chance of getting anywhere near the peak. You've heard the phrase, all the gear and no idea. Same applies if your goal is to write a book. So in order to write a book, you're going to need some systems in place and some habits. What systems might you need to set up to write a book? Here's some of the things that you may want to implement. You can probably think of more. What about habits? What good habits would you want to have in place for writing a book? Again, here's my ideas. The systems alone won't achieve it. We need good habits to make progress, and they might look something like this. The key thing here is it's about where you focus your attention. If you only focus on the goal and you don't clarify some useful systems and some helpful habits, that goal will always be a pipe dream. If you've got a big goal like writing a book, you might break it down and you might make smaller goals, so milestones. Your first milestone might be to write a first draft. And then you might only need a device to write on and some research tools for your system and a habit of writing for an hour every day. What about goals in terms of performance? I work with lots of clients at the moment who want to improve performance outcomes. Is it enough just to set a goal and then hope? Well, of course not. It's also not enough to set a goal and then just be really motivated about it. What would you actually need to have in place to start making progress towards a goal of improving sales by 10%? So you'd need some routines and some processes, wouldn't you, to support the movement towards that goal. But as well as routines, you need some good habits. You need habits to help the people that use those routines and those processes to actually move the needle. So how much does the goal matter? Well, not much, because setting the goal is the start, but it's not enough on its own. When it comes to achieving anything like that goal, we've got to have some systems in place to help us achieve it and some habits that actually help us move the needle. Now, when it comes time to reviewing the outcome and seeing what actually happened, you might never achieve the goal, but don't get disheartened. If you achieved a 7% sales improvement while everyone else is going backwards, that's still a great outcome, isn't it? And ultimately, do you want to be known as someone who achieves actual progress or someone whose only skill is accurate goal setting? The goal is your best guess. It's the thing that gets you going. It gets you off the starting blocks. Yes, we should consider it, but no, we shouldn't focus on it. So next time you set a goal, set it, and then be clear on the systems and habits, and then focus on them. That's the only way that you'll achieve progress and movement forwards. It is entirely possible that you won't achieve the original goal, but if you focus your attention on the actions and behaviours that create the movement and measure those, you are much more likely to achieve it. And worst case scenario, you get halfway up the mountain, or you make steps towards writing the book. Surely those have still got to be better actual outcomes than staring at an empty page every day or looking at pictures of the mountain and wishing that one day you could get up there. So have a think today. What goals have I set? Once you're clear on the goal, what systems do I need to have in place to achieve it, and then what habits will I develop. Don't overcomplicate it, keep them simple. You're still much more likely to make progress than just thinking about the goal. Have a great day. Speak to you later.